Hi everyone, how are we? Hopefully you have almost finished your assignment and you're going, yes, I've finished, it's done, it's in. We had a huge week last week coming back, and it was great to see people coming back. I think it's more, I don't think people even really notice consolidation week because we have so many people on placement. That they're finishing, as people are finishing placement, I can see them gradually coming back to the discussion board and participating again. Congratulations if you've just been through your placement and finished it successfully. I'm having working in the placement units as well. I know what an achievement this is and how great it feels when it's finished and you've achieved so much and you've learned so much. Hopefully you've had chances to get out there and try out these PE lessons. As I mentioned last week, the only way you're going to learn is through experience. You can do all the risk assessment, like we've just put up there on the Padlet for risk assessment. Great ideas. These will still be open after this unit's finished. So if you've got placements coming up, all these documents you'll still be able to access on all my Padlets because I've got a paid Padlet account where I keep them all. So yeah, you'll still be able to get hold of all this stuff. And the risk assessment is really useful when you are out on placement. And it covers a whole lot of things in your portfolio as well. But what you'll find is that no matter how much you do this risk assessment, it's experience of what really happens. So I know, who was it? I've read one post, I think it was Bex. Wait a minute, no, it wasn't. It was Kat, I think. And there was a post about how there wouldn't be any danger playing with lawn bowls. And I thought, oh my gosh, if you saw my year threes with lawn bowls, you would not think no danger. First of all, I had to tell them not to throw them at each other without alerting each other. And it's probably not best to throw them at each other anyway, because that's not what they're for. But there are so many things that you don't realize until you're out in a classroom. And Rahima was mentioning that it's so much harder to write these lessons when you've never been in a classroom and you haven't had that experience. And I agree. For the people who haven't been out yet, this is great practice and experience because you really need to get a handle on writing lesson plans easily. But until you've actually been out there, you don't see the full spectrum of everything that you need and how things happen and the logistics and all the logistic problems there could be with your plan. Yeah, I think it's really important that you try your best, but keep popping all this stuff up into Padlets. I know some people are sort of going, I don't know how to, it's a bit tricky. But what you find is that the more you do it, the easier it is, one. And as I said, this is resources that are available to you all the time afterwards. So if you keep them linked, you will, if you've got your own Padlet account, they'll all be linked. And you've got this whole pool of resources there waiting for you to be able to use when you need them. So it's great. I've put one up for food and nutrition this week because we're now off the actual movement and physical PE sport, and the next assignment is focusing on health. So this week we're looking at food and nutrition, which is great. It's a very interesting area. And I know lots of people will understand that a lot of children have a bit of difficulty understanding why chocolates aren't included in the food and nutrition groups and where on the pyramid they may fall, or lollies or chips. They do fall in there somewhere. You just got to sort of take bits of them out and look at the ingredients. So have a look at this one. This is good. It's leading now into your next assignment, which you've got to think about because it's so hard to believe we're already in week 8. So keep up the great work. I think I've just been so pleased with the number of questions. If with the lesson plan, just an idea if you haven't had it in yet, it's a really good idea to code on it. Remember, this lesson plan needs to be picked up by a relief teacher or any teacher and just be able to be taught to. Now, if you've got all the adjustments in there for individualising for all the diverse students, it's really good to have them highlighted because as a relief teacher, you could imagine you walk into a classroom, a whole lot of kids going bonkers, wondering where their normal teacher is, and then getting excited because they've got a new teacher and a new relief teacher and it's a whole new day. And at the same time, you're trying to follow this lesson plan. So it's really good to have those important bits for the diversity highlighted. Otherwise, the relief teacher could easily miss and skip over them. So, and it also helps me when I'm marking it. So, just if you've changed things for the child with a disability, or you've got extension children, or whatever you've done in your lesson plan, maybe make a little code and highlight them so that they're easily identifiable. Okay, I think that's about it for this week. Well done on all your participation last week. I was really impressed that you all came to a board so quickly. Keep adding to the Padlets, because even if you're thinking it's a bit hard, once you get the hang of it, it's really easy, and it is great to have those resources at your fingertips when you need them, particularly when you get into the placement units. Okay, have a great week, and I will get to marking this afternoon. If you need the 48-hour extension, make sure you've let me know. If you need longer, remember to apply through the formal channel. It's also a good idea to email me and let me know that you're doing that, so that I can support. If Jessica comes to me and says, oh, do you know anything about this? I can say, yeah, I really agree that that person should have the extension. That's great as well. Okay, anyway, have a great week, and I will mark your assignments. Keep checking your emails, because if there's something that isn't working or I don't understand or missing, I will email you. Okay, bye.